This program is not suitable for persons under the age of 18. Please do remember to cannabis responsibly at all times. Podcast welcomes you. Welcome to another episode of Podcast. I'm sitting here with Mr. Henri, the owner of COBASA, a very unique investment company, all the way from Europe. How are you, sir?
You are flattering me. It's not a unique, it's an investment boutique, okay, and we are in South Africa for many years, 20 years around, okay, and after a long African journey,
Yes.
okay, in many countries, and my activity is essentially turned to develop investment in this part of Africa, and now very focused on agribusiness investments.
Yes. Can you which is the hemp and the cannabis, isn't it?
In my view, hemp and cannabis will be part of this agribusiness. It's not true for the time being. When you think agribusiness, you think vegetables, fruits, meat, cow, and so on. You don't include cannabis, but definitively has to be part of the very shortly in agribusiness. It has to be any investments in cannabis and hemp has to be seen as an agribusiness investment.
And can you please explain your interest in the hemp industry?
Quite new, okay, because at first.
Can you first explain the difference between the hemp and the cannabis? Obviously I know, but for those who do not know.
Okay. Cannabis, hemp, okay, because I'm reading newspapers, okay, I see that it's a growing appetite to develop cannabis. Government is pushing there. I don't know if they reach a point where everything is possible, but they are working on that way, okay, definitively. But definitively, which is quite interesting for me, and when thanks to my son Gaspard, who developed some market research and product research in cannabis, I understand very quickly that South Africa, and widely speaking, South Africa has key factors of success in their hands. Okay, why? Because hemp is could have so many destination, which could fit the South African needs: constructions, seeds for animal, textile, medicine, and so. Okay, you can grow. I don't want to say everywhere, but I'm sure there is very nice location to do it in South Africa. You have people. It's part of the traditional culture, okay, that means you have the skills, okay, and you have the markets. Now you have to assemble all the parts, all the pieces of the puzzle, okay, and we're working on that now. Why at first we're interesting? Because in France we have a long tradition in hemp production and transformation.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
That's interesting.
The French are not so stupid, okay? That means we have some. It's quite interesting to see that on the French side, at this time, they have no idea, no clue about what could be done in South Africa. That's why we're going to try to make a bridge between French investors and some opportunities we detect in South Africa. Okay, on the hemp side.
Yes.
Cannabis is another story. Okay, cannabis, what I'm seeing. For personal reasons, because my wife used some cannabis medicine for some problems she got.
And it healed her?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
It was not the unique way to heal her, but it's part of complementary products.
Yes.
Okay. And definitively, I see, you read, you travel, you meet people that essentially medical cannabis, it will be a huge space in the world.
Yes.
The idea is to guess why South Africa could be competitive to produce medical cannabis. I said you need seeds, you need plantations, you need transformation, and you need distribution.
Yes.
My view, it's the key parts of the business are seeds, production, and transformation.
Yes.
The view, if we bring investors in the cannabis, we have to focus to be the producer of the first quality of medical cannabis. For me, it's a main target.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Which is difficult in cannabis. That means in the same time you have to develop a business, and in the same time you're not sure about the legal framework. Okay, that means it's a kind of bet, because at the end of the day, if you have a project, this project has to fit to the legal framework.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
It
has to align. Yeah.
The two lines. It's a sport. Okay, for your brain. It's working. It's very, very exciting. But in terms of business-wise, okay, you need to be sure that at the end of the day, the two paths will join each other.
Yeah.
To make a business successfully. Okay, it's my view. Okay. On the cannabis, you have growers of cannabis in South Africa. You have skills.
A lot of them.
And I believe you are coming from that space. Cannabis was used in the very old times, okay, as medical for healing.
Yes.
Traditional products.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting to see in this world of medicine, the border between traditional products and what we call the chemical products, how can I say, is going very weak, to become very, very weak. Okay, that means definitively, and it's what we are looking for. For the time being, we know if we are able to produce first-class cannabis, we know perfectly. You can see the numbers, you can see the reviews. There is a huge medical cannabis market in Europe, okay? And it's I believe it could be a good opportunity, because here you have space, you have people, you have communities,
we have the market.
You have tricolor people you can export, and as well, if you want to transform either cannabis and hemp in South Africa, you have the experience of manufacturing.
Yeah.
You know how to transform the product. You have in many products, many areas, you are industrial country. You are not just agriculture country.
Yeah.
Okay, that means you know as well. It's the two ways on which we are working, and now the next step for us would be we have seen, thanks to you at first, and
you're most welcome.
No, okay,
it's good for people to know that we're not just a show.
We met many people.
Yeah.
We're starting to understand where we have to go, but it's not precisely defined for the time being. And we are going to France in order to see, to check if we can raise some investors.
Of which you will.
Yes,
you will.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Maybe cannabis and hemp, they are not expecting the French one to invest. Okay, maybe we could have South African investor to do so. Okay. On the cannabis, what we could bring in Europe, on the hemp side, we could bring investors and technology.
Okay.
On the cannabis side, you have markets. Okay. But you have to be sure that, and if you invest in the value chain in South Africa of the cannabis, we have to be sure, as I said a few minutes ago, that this cannabis will be the first class in terms of quality and recognized by the expert as a first class product.
First class product, and that's very good that you just said that. You said that the foundation needs to be
properly done.
Properly done.
If you miss the foundation, forget the business. Okay, forget everything you say. Never you will be successful. Okay, and it's. But I believe it's in a good way, because you have, I could say, all the bricks here present in South Africa to make this foundation.
Yeah, we just need to connect them.
Just to connect, like a puzzle. You have piece of puzzle, okay, and you have to arrange a piece of the puzzle to make it a painting.
Yeah, and I realized that when I was working with your son Gaspard and connecting him with all these people, that we actually have the foundation. It's just a matter of connecting all these people and making sure that we build a very strong one.
You have to, any business, it's us first, a story.
A story, I like that.
Okay, you have to tell a story to the people. Okay, okay, to your kids when they want to sleep, to investors when they want to invest their money. They have to be part of this story. Okay, they have to understand.
So where to from here? Obviously, you did explain that you're going to be going back to Europe.
My son, okay.
But you're also going to join him. Yes, I know you're based here permanently, but you're going to go join him.
Okay, maybe end of May. Okay.
End of May, yes, I know. Okay. And then you're going to go there and speak to the investors and see what you can bring for all the connections.
If they have appetite, okay. If they are my first target, okay, is not maybe to bring money shortly, but to make them come here.
Oh, okay.
To make them understand, okay, I see that, okay, I could move, I could go, I could move forward.
So basically the process that I did with your son and I'm going to do with you is what we need to do with the investors that are going to come down here.
They have to come.
Okay.
They have to come
Yeah.
to make some visits, to understand the market,
Yeah.
to understand the value chain,
Yeah.
as I said, how does it work,
Yeah.
okay, and at the end of the day, we will discuss together where they want to put their money. But definitively, they will put money in partnership with community, people, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
In this kind of products, you cannot do like any other product, you cannot do the things alone, okay, you have to...
Yeah, that's true, you have to do it with people. That actually have the deep,
but
deep
these
pockets.
people, everybody has to be integrated in a business plan.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, I understand.
I know a bit your ideas, but sometimes you need to be back to the business, to the numbers, okay, not to lose the momentum.
Yeah, that is so true. And so when do you think these investors will be coming down the side to see everything basically that podcast
Let's
will show?
Say we are in May. I believe we have elections. There is some trouble in Europe because even if it's not related to what is happening in Europe, in Ukraine and so on, people are a bit lost because they're a bit scared. But it's good things because I'm seeing, widely speaking, it's a big opportunity what's happening in Europe for Africa.
For Africa, because everybody's looking at Africa now.
Because Africa was seen as a risk, but now Europe could be seen as a risk. But now
crime can happen everywhere.
That can happen everywhere. That means you have not to choose between a risky country and a no risky country. You have to choose your risk. And I believe for many products, Africa is in a very good place to be part of this new world which is starting now. I'm sure about that.
I agree with you.
And for sure, mainly in agribusiness. It's a huge opportunity for South Africa in agribusiness. And I said when we started the conversation, I said more and more cannabis and hemp have to be considering as part of the agribusiness, like vegetable, like tomato, like every that product. You have to be normal. Because when you think hemp and cannabis, you think, oh, I'm in the borderline, I don't know where I am. Okay, you understand? Okay?
Yeah, I understand.
And I'm sure in 5 years or 3 years from now, it will be normal.
It will be normal.
And
it will be
if you want to be successful, it's more difficult, but if you have the first one, it's good.
It's very good.
Okay.
No, yeah, it is okay. Thank you so much for coming onto our show, and we're going to be keeping track, obviously, because we've been assisting greatly in connecting you with all the how do we call them, the aspects of the cannabis industry and the hemp industry. So we're going to be keeping track of that process and basically showcasing the South African community, what it is that COBASA is actually bringing into Southern Africa.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you so much for doing what you're doing.
Thanks for this interview. Okay, we keep in touch.
Okay? Definitely.
And next interview, I hope I will make it with some investors on my side.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
You've got good people.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
And on that note, please do remember to cannabis responsibly at all times.
Thank you so much for watching. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button and remember to cannabis responsibly at all times.